Assalamualaikum and hi to Madam Nufara Huwahida binti Wifin and to all my fellow friends. I'm Jaminur Krisha binti Jamiluddin with my matric card number DMS193013. Me and my groupmate would like to do a video presentation which the main title Responding to Personal and Work-Related Stress on Chapter 8. Before I move further, I will pass the presentation to the first presenter, which is Arif.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arif Isman bin Asad. My matric card number is DMS182007. Today I want to present about my part. My part is the stress factor in your life. The stress factor in your life is divide into type. First, task of role demand and interpersonal demand. Okay, task of role demand is this factor related to a person role at work, including the design of a person job or working condition. Second, a stressful task demand might be a detailed weekly presentation to the company senior team. Third, a stressful role demand might where a person is expected to achieve more in a set amount of time than is possible. Second type. These are stressor created by a coworker. Second, perhaps an employee is experience ongoing conflict with a coworker. He or she is expected to collaborate closely. Third, employees are experiencing a lack of social support in their roles. Okay, this part is responding to stress. Responding to stress is divide three types. First, alarm, the physical reaction one experience when a stressor first present itself. Second, the could include an elevation of blood pressure, dilated people tensing muscles. Second type, resistant. If the stressor continues to be present, the person fight the threat by preparing to restart physiologically and psychologically. Second, at first the stressor will be met with plenty of energy, but if the stressor persists, the individual will start to experience fatigue in fighting it. Resistance will wear down. Third type, exhausting. Continuous unsuccessful resistance eventually lead to the collapse of physical and mental defense. References. When stress is chronically present to begin, it begin to do damage to a person's body and his mental state. High blood pressure, high risk of heart attack and stroke are just some physical ramification. Anxiety and depression are the hallmarks of psychological symptom of stress, but can also include cognitive symptoms like forgetfulness and indecisiveness. Behaviorally, a person suffering stress might be prone to sudden verbal outbursts, hostility, drugs and alcohol abuse, and even violence. Another result of chronic stress and overwork is burnout. The term burnout is tossed out by people quit a bit described with the symptom of their stress response. But burnout is an authentic condition marked by feeling of exhaustion and powerlessness, leading to apathy, cynicism, and complete withdrawal. Burnout is a common condition among those who have chosen career that serve others or interact heavily with other people. Okay, I want to present. I want to pass a next present. I want to pass a next presenter. Thank you.
Um, Hi, my name is Nur Shafika Shah, and my BMS was 1930 and 90. And I'm a second presenter. I'm gonna present my slide. My part was major cause of stress and warning signal of too much stress. Um, for the major cause of stress has 8 points. These 8 points, I'm gonna tell you one by one. The first one was work-life balance. Many surveys indicate that work-life balance is the most important employment benefit. Economic downturn forced many workers to defer efforts to strike a better work-life balance. Second was long hours, irregular schedules. We have a closed economy. Evening shift, rotating shift, 12 hours workday, and weekend work often add stress to workers' life. Staff reduction means larger workloads and fewer people, increase pressure on the job. Number 3 was change. Evolving workplace means accommodating to change. The pace of change is not likely to slow down. Starting to change demand a higher level of adaptability to our ever-changing workplace. Number 4 was multitasking. Communication technology creates many distractions and interruptions 24 hours. Although multitasking can be stressful, we must find a way to embrace it. So number 5 was noise pollution. Noise is unwanted sound, such as the roar of the traffic, your neighbor, loud music, or the loud voice of the person who works nearby. It can increase your stress level without your conscious awareness. The noise, you can shut it off, like to have a negative effect on your emotional well-being. The number 6 was incompetent leaders. Stress may arise when incompetent leaders fail to recognize employment ideas and concerns, or withhold information from employer, or fail to clarify roles and responsibilities, and set unreasonable deadlines and then blame employees for them. Number 7, work and family transition. Transitions are inevitable, forcing one to give up something and face a change. Example, marriage, divorce, death, moving. So, number 8 was rumination. Replaying an incident over and over in our mind, the recurring intrusion of thought about negative events can result in loss of concentration, in sleep, and feelings of depression. The second part was warning signals of too much stress. This one has 3 points, so each point has 5 or 6 points in them. So number 1 was a physical. So this physical, as we know that sleep disturbance, tension or migraine headache, hair loss, sweat palms, skin problems, and etc. So the second is emotional, which means our emotion, nervousness, anxiety, depression, moodiness, irritability, frustration, substance abuse, lack of concentration, memory problems. So number 3, the last one was relational. It has increased arguments, isolation from social activities, conflict with co-workers or employers, overreaction, and work rage. So that's all for me, and thank you. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Third topic is stress management strategies.
There are 7 elements in these stress management strategies. Let us look at what are those 7 elements strategies is. The first element of the stress management strategies is sleep. You have to get enough quality sleep is one of the most effective stress management strategies. Train your body to improve your sleep recovery periods. The second element is exercise. For most people, the number one treatment for stress and tension. Even moderate increases in heart rate and can stimulate endorphin release, for example, like walking, swimming, low-impact aerobics, tennis and jogging. Take advantage of the physical and mental benefits of exercise. The third element is deep breathing exercise. Forces you to focus on the present moment rather than on things that are causing you stress. You take 14 to 19 breaths per minute while at rest. The goal is to lower that rate to under 10. The fourth element that the stress management strategies have is meditation. Relaxation techniques that slow your pulse, respiration, and brainwave activity and lower your blood pressure. Sometimes meditation works, not for anybody, not for everyone. It's just for some people that are really focused on how to meditate themselves. So they use this technique because it works for them to release stress or tension. The fifth element on the stress management strategies have is meditation tool. The most meditation techniques involve these elements. Sit or lie down in a comfortable, quiet place where you are not likely to be disturbed. Intentionally relax the muscles of your body from your toes to your head. Focus on the sound of each breathing using abdominal breathing techniques. Train yourself to think about the calm and peaceful present. If your mind drifts, slowly bring it back to focus on the present. Some people, whenever they start to meditation, somehow their brain flew to another places and not even focus, like blank their brain. The sixth element that the stress management strategies have is solitude. Those who are constantly in touch with others can benefit from the therapeutic effort of solitude. Solitude can be viewed as an emotional breather, a restorer of energy, and a form of rest similar to sleep. The seventh element of the stress management strategies have is resilience. Resilience is being able to bounce back when confronted with stressful situation. Resilience is not just a personal characteristic, it applies to teams as well. When people have confidence in themselves, in one another, and in an organization, it motivates them to push the boundaries and strive to achieve more without fear of making a mistake.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir Faiman. My meeting number is PIT202006. And today I will present my part using positive psychology to combat stress. So this part have several elements. So first is happiness. Happiness is more than just a mood. It's a way of living and working. Each person has a different happiness baseline, and fortunately you can learn to raise yours. By learning how to raise your baseline, you can achieve higher and higher level of happiness. The high and low of emotion improve. Low period are shorter. And element number 2 is laugh and have fun. Laughter is a gentle exercise of the body, a form of inner jogging. Having fun while you are on the job does not particularly be serious about your work and care about doing a good job. The goal is to create a positive, lovely atmosphere that help reduce stress level. And element number 3 is commit the art of kindness. Art of kindness toward friend, family, and even stranger. Decrease stress level and improve mental health. Research study participate who complete 5 art of kindness toward others not only feel much happier throughout that day, but also in secure days. And number 4 element, be optimistic. Training our mind to see the positive during stressful time creates increased optimism. Optimists cope better during stressful situations and maintain high level of well-being during times of hardship. Optimism is a powerful prediction of work performance. And number 5 element, use your unique strengths. If you focus on what you well and what you enjoy the most, you are less likely to be stressed or depressed, more likely to be successful. In one study, people who use that signature strength were significantly happier and less depressed than those in the control group. And next element is set goal. An effective way to overcome fear, disgust, and helplessness during a difficult time in life is to set goal. Setting small, attainable goal help you regain control and feel a sense of accomplishment. Number 3, take a large goal and break it into smaller chunks. What can be achieved during a week or even a day as you set off its goal. You will see and feel a sense of accomplishment.
Okay, for my part, I will explain to you regarding coping with psychological disorder. There are 3 comparisons stated under psychological disorder, which are anxiety, depression, and burnout. Okay, firstly is anxiety. It can be mean as intense feeling of apprehension, are long-standing and usually destructive. Okay, anxiety become a disorder only when it persists and prevent you from leading a normal life. There are several different anxiety disorder. A phobia, an irrational fear of specific object or situation, represent one type of anxiety. Claustrophobia is fear or confined space, and for agoraphobia is a fear of crowds and public space. Okay, next is depression. It is a mood disorder characterized by persistent, overwhelming sadness and hopelessness. It is a major risk factor for suicide. When depression seriously affects a person's productivity on the job or in interpersonal relationship, psychiatrists consider that person to have a depression. Symptoms such as withdrawal, overwhelming sadness, or hopelessness may persist for weeks or months. Depression is a treatable disorder, but it often requires a variety of approaches. Okay, lastly, burnout. Burnout can be known as a gradual, intensifying pattern of physical, psychological, and behavioral dysfunction. Okay, when you experience burnout, you feel that your energy full tank is operating empty, just as the engine of a car literally stop running without fuel and oil. A complete mental or physical breakdown can result from burnout. Okay, there are 4 types of common symptoms of burnout, such as increased detachment from coworker, customer, or client. Secondly, increased tardiness, absenteeism, cynicism, and moodiness. Next, increased disorientation, forgetfulness, or low concentration. Lastly, increase personal problems, drug or alcohol abuse, decrease social contact or marital discord. Okay, so that was a brief explanation on coping with psychological disorder. I will pass to the last presenter, which is Mimi.
Okay, the last one is coping with physiological disorder. Okay, here I have three information for it. The first information I have is popular therapy option. The second one is 12-step program. The last one is web-based counseling is growing. Okay, let's start for the first one. First one, popular therapy option. Okay, the popular therapy option, we have two options here. Many organizations offer various employer assistance programs for EAPS aimed at overcoming anxiety, depression, burnout, and alcohol abuse. The last one is drug abuse. Okay, the second option is these programs are designed to address negative effect of physiological disorder before employment become dysfunctional. Okay, second information is 12-step program. Here we have a 2-step. The first step, work the step. How to work the step? It means admitting the problem, recognizing the life become unmanageable, and turning life over the higher power. Okay, the second step is attend meeting. Meeting of 12-step program are held convert location throughout communities across the country. Members describe their own problem and listen to others have experienced similar problem. In most cases, members from strong support group. Okay, the last information is web-based counseling is growing. The first is some listen therapy give their client a choice of face-to-face or online counseling. In addition, there are thousands of support groups organized around various physiological disorder and moderate their therapy. Some are listed and some are not. Okay, the second is no guarantee of legitimacy of confidentiality. That's it for the coping with physiological disorder.
And that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for your interest and attention to our group presentation. Assalamualaikum.